things I particularly like about these cars is just how delicate they are to drive. I mean, they weigh less than a ton, and you're under absolutely no illusion about the weight of the car when you're driving. The steering's actually quite heavy. This is a power assisted car. Some people will tell you that the non-power assisted or PAS cars are the purer ones, the ones to have, but that's just rubbish. Power assistance is absolutely perfectly judged, to the point where it doesn't feel like a power assisted setup. You only really notice it at parking speeds. But the whole car is just so light that it's very easy to drive. The engine's not particularly torquey, 100 pounds-feet of torque, which arrives at quite a high 5,500 RPM, but the car never really feels torque light because of the weight. Car will just carry superb speed through corners. You're not working the chassis particularly hard, you're not working the tyres, again due to the lightness. One of the things you do notice almost straight away is the precision of the gear shift. It feels like a rifle bolt to use. It's very heavy, amazingly precise. This particular example's got the best shift of any MX5 I've driven before, but it really feels, yeah, it feels like a rifle bolt. There's so much positivity there. The other thing that you'll notice if you're a keen driver is the pedal placement. It's very easy to heel and toe in this car. So the pedals themselves are actually quite small, so if you've got particularly big feet, you might find the footwell slightly cramped. You tend to find yourself shifting gears just for the sake of it. It's that sort of gearbox. And the throw itself is very short. Click, clack. A very easy car just to punt down the road, nice and gently, just sort of waft around. But of course, to a large degree, that sort of misses out on what the MX5 is all about, and that's the fabulous chassis. So let's go and have some fun, shall we? mph limits. Don't you just love the national speed limit sign? Cars at many multiples of this sort of value, and they just won't give you this sense of connection with the road. The closest car I can compare this to for that sort of driving feel would be a Mark 1 Lotus Elise, but this is so much easier to live with. So much easier. You can actually get in and out of this thing. And the way that you can feel the road surface through the steering wheel. Yeah, it very much reminds you of the Elise. Drive over painted surfaces on the road, you can actually feel it. You can feel it through your fingertips. You can feel the chassis load up as you corner, and you can hear the tyres, they start to squeal, and then just before they properly let go. The car's predictable, sort of talks to you. You can sense what's about to happen. And of course, because it's not the fastest car in the world, although it will on country roads such as that keep up with pretty much anything if you're fairly handy behind the wheel, but because it's not the quickest car in a straight line, when the back does start to let go, it's doing so at same speeds. I used to have a Series 1 Peugeot 106 Rally, the 1.3 100 horsepower warm hatch. And that's a very similar car in terms of sort of ethos, lightweight, no additional equipment, no sound deadening, lovely super revvy engine, just an absolute riot of a car to drive. But you can do so without losing your license. Driving cars shouldn't be about numbers, it shouldn't be about achieving certain speeds, it should be about the sensations and the feeling the car gives you, and you can thrash this car all day long and still stay within license retaining levels. Who doesn't want a car that puts a smile on your face? In a world of dull electrification and range anxiety, here we just have a small bundle of fun. You shouldn't be able to buy a nice one of these for under £10,000 now. It's just ridiculous. You can see why people modify these, but get a really good standard one, that's where it's at.